Siema z tej strony, ale z Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 gramy, zadanie Zakazany Owoc robimy, będziemy szukać świni, która gdzieś tutaj leży, gdzieś martwa świnia, zaraz się nią zajmiemy. Znaczy, jest napisane źródło zarazy, a te źródło to pewnie będzie właśnie martwa świnia. O! Orzech, gdzie on jest? Sam wykryje. Pierzyna. Nieczystości.
I'm here to drink. Where to now? I can smell something upstream. Look what I have for you.
Górę to tam, a jakby kamera pokazała tam tą stronę. W dół strumienia. Czy on spływa w tamtą stronę? Tędy idziemy. Całe laczki będą miał brudne. Martwy jeleń, o.
Here it is. Wolves must have killed them. They didn't even eat them up. I'll go and tell Ignatius. I'm too far from Ignatius. I should get back so he doesn't leave without me.
Tam tędy wyjść. O, są wilki.
Greetings to you.
Co ten łowczy tu robi? No cóż.
Excuse me?
Powiedz, że rzeźnik kupi wilcze mięso. Później sprawdzę.
It really wasn't a curse. They're a rotting car. No wonder the pigs caught some disease.
Well, what do you know? I'll give you a hand. It'd take you...
Jedziemy dalej?
I took care of the carcasses.
Nice work. There's even a bit of...
Yeah, you'd eat that.
But nicely in the cold. There's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, let's keep going.
Co za gość, zostało trochę mięsa dla mnie.
Seeing as how you don't obey me, you're surely horsing around today.
No czekamy. O, teleportacja, trzeba było spojrzeć w jego stronę.
So far it ain't that bad, eh?
Tam zakrwawiony, ale ty czysty.
Hanged man or bury an unbaptized child?
Well, ever since I started working for the miller, all I did was carry sacks. The sack makers here in the region must live like kings. Of course, it could be a lot worse.
I like having to carry sacks full of thistles. Now listen to me closely. You won't be carrying anything at the next farmstead. Instead, you'll have to make one carcass there. See, the work of a knacker ain't just about clearing away dead animals. Now and then, you've got to put down some creature, so it don't suffer. Or, like today, to put it down so everyone around it don't have to suffer. In this case, we're talking about a dog.
I'm sorry, Ignatius, my friend. You can't expect me to do that.
In that case, as soon as we get where we're going, you can just get off the wagon and go and look for that pitch yourself. If you don't do what I tell you, you're useless to me. So I'll be useless to you too.
Maybe there's another way. I'll try to come up with something.
Ha! That cur belongs to the greengrocer, Vizar. I've heard they're both pretty fierce. Don't draw too much attention to yourself at the farmstead. I'll give you some Aesop potion to drink first, and some meat and bane. Soak the meat with the poison and throw it to the dog. He'd probably be locked in a pen somewhere. As soon as it's done, we'll disappear before anyone notices anything. I got paid well for it from the neighbors, so don't fuck it up for me.
Ech, przykre to.
Lazy bones.
Nie byłem chyba, co? O, taka farma duża. O, pusta balia do umycia się.
Greetings.
Careful.
My God!
A nie pytaj.
You have some wild...
What? You? If you're another of them bastards trying to steal him or put... Oh. And wash up a bit so you don't scare anyone, eh?
Greetings.
I've heard you...
Monarch! Oh, aye, what a brood. Sometimes, instead of shooting at birds, but that bugger always takes off. But one day they'll be glad when Monarch saves them.
Maybe you should be locked...
He is, though.
Farewell, and take a bath for goodness sake.
Dobrze coś, żeby... O, suszarnia, dobrze. Ta suszarnia. Szedłem. O, jest. Co zrobić z tym psiakiem, co?
What would you like?
Show me your...
O, pieniędzy ma w ogóle.
Why are you wasting my time?
Show me your...
Pies zatruje, ale karmię psa tym mięsem. A gdzie jest... A, tutaj.
I'd like to do something.
You see? As you're doing business. Take care.
Oh, Sakra. The dog isn't here. The door's open. Where did he run off to?
Ktoś go wypuścił. Masakra powiedział.
Barking. He's coming from over there.
Jakaś kobieta go wypuściła.
Where'd you come from?
Bąka.
Hey?
O!
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
The gravedigger wants me to poison that dog.
Jesus!
Well, what else can I do? You're the one who sent me to Ignatius. You just tactfully neglected to mention that when you and Zinnek were acting as his hands, you...
Shit. It's all...
This is all I have left to do before he takes me to the salt pit.
And couldn't you find the pit without that? Just, I'd like to keep him in place of my poor dead sniffer.
You sure your poor creature is terrorizing the whole area?
It's not the animal. When Zinnek and I were here last, I saw he doesn't give him food. He abuses him. You wouldn't kill a dumb creature just because it's...
Well, you don't have to convince me. Ever since the gravedigger told me to do it, I've been trying to figure out how to save that dog. If you want to take him, I won't...
You're a much better Christian. I'll take him to the lair.
Hurry off now, before someone...
Come on now, boy. You'll like it in the lair.
Uda się go oszukać? Czy mogę mu orzecha oddać? Nie no, nie zrobię tego.
Good day to you. Oh, you mutt.
Konsekwencje mogą być różne.
What now?
Aj, nie pytaj.
It's taken care of.
Taken care of? How? I hope you didn't go soft after wasting your time.
The dog is dead. So,
Dead, eh? And what are you...
well, I did it exactly how you told me.
Oh, aye. And how...
I dipped the meat in poison. He ate it.
So, it all went how it should. He's done for, the beast. Let's go before...
Czy się udało? Dobrze. To jest dół, salę trzany?
This is it. This is the pit.
Slowly, boy. Slowly. Have a bit of respect. Death always deserves respect. Whether...
But there's hardly 3 heaps here. Is this really it?
Of course not. True, it used to be, but then I found out when you pile up carcasses in smaller pits and throw some wet hay between, and the better it rots, the more niter you'll have.
I won't. The miller will probably send...
Well, they'd better not dig it all up. And soon they'll find out there's no place to...
Well, I reckon I'm delaying the inevitable. I'll still have to taste it.
You're going to taste it?
It's the only way I can be certain it really...
God's nails. And they say I'm just... Wait a moment. I can't say I'm all that satisfied, but I don't want you to think old Ignatius is... Although, to tell the truth, you didn't much grow on me.
That's a shame. Because I thought you were a pretty good fella. In fact, I'm actually kind of fond of you in a way.
If you're trying to come out smelling of roses now, don't bother. Here's something that'll definitely come in handy if you ever need to go through all this again. Either with me or...
Thanks.
Taste it then. Get to it.
Rękawice rakarza.
Got to see.
Muszę to zobaczyć, powiedział. Poziom. Krwawa mgła. Nie do zabicia. Albo jedno, albo drugie, co? Wiemy to. Jako, że mycie jest takie frustrujące.
Look at me. I'm a lord's messenger to a taster of cadavers. Cold and salty. This must be it.
Dobra, wróćmy najpierw tu. Muszę naostrzyć broń. Gdzie ten bruz był? U łucznika, tak? Łuczarza. Cieśli. A to nie łuczarz. Ten bruz tutaj. O, tego nie mogę. Kurde, gdzie ja to naprawię? Kowala chyba. A on szybko biega jak ninja. O, czyste wszystko. Patrzcie. A to nic nie waży w sumie. O, miałem sprawdzić, czy te mięso mogę sprzedać u... Mogę sprawdzić, pójść zaraz do rzeźnika i zobaczę. Nie miałem czegoś drugiego do sprzedaży przypadkiem? O, tutaj właśnie.
I'd like to do...
Ja, das feine...
dich ja zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
Otek. Czemu nie zapamiętuję strony, którą robiłem ostatnio? Bo to musi być na wodzie, tak? Nie na winie. Spaliłem to, ale zjebałem. Co on wrzucił? Nie! Ojej. Kurde. Jakaś trucizna mi chyba wyszła. O, udało się.
Did I add too much of that marigold? Pięknie, pięknie poszło. My tu mamy
Kurde, to jest spoko. Więcej mikstur by wychodziło. 3 dodatkowe mikstury. 5 mikstur bym robił od razu. Ale mam sekret równowagi, więc chyba lepiej to wziąć. Także tak niedobrze. O, tu jest sekret materii. A, wyłącznie. Albo jedno, albo drugie. Kurde. Proch będę mógł robić. No nic, trudno. Dobra, zanim pójdziemy do... A? Pójść do Kowala, ale chyba nie po drodze, co? Co to tak tłoczno od questu się zrobiło? Patrzcie, odpocząłem przygodem.
What happened to you?
I fell out of that bloody tree.
Why did you climb up there?
I thought I saw something shine, like gold or but instead of finding treasure.
I'm no physician.
But I won't get far in this. You have anything to dress it?
Hold on. Here. Here, let me dress it.
Thank you. You're the first good thing. You know,
Stop feeling so sorry for yourself.
but I'm cursed with it, even as a boy. And once I spent the whole summer laid up with some weird sickness. My parents spent everything they had on a healer who said he had the perfect cure.
See? That sounds like a bit of luck, doesn't it?
Well, it seemed that way, but when he went to get the cure, he was struck dead by lightning on the way. We couldn't afford another healer, so I was sick for 6 months.
But you survived. I call that pretty...
You think? Then hear me out. I always wanted to buy myself a horse. I saved every groschen I earned, but it was never going to be enough. So I confided in my neighbor, and he said if I gave him all my coin, he'd win me twice as much down the tavern. He told me he could cheat the local drunks because he had weighted dice.
And you gave him the money?
That I did. And I never saw it or him again.
That's not bad luck. It's folly. People are bastards. You shouldn't be so trusting.
I'm not even finished yet. Since I couldn't buy a horse, I gave a groschen to a horse trader to let me ride one at least. But as we trotted through the woods, the nag's leg snaps. It took me 3 years to pay off that carcass. So I first lost money to a swindler.
Still, it could have been worse. Everybody has setbacks.
You still don't get it, do you? All right, this will convince you. I like this girl down the way. But when I finally mustered the courage to talk to her, she'd been poisoned by mushrooms the day before.
Yes, but...
Hang on, I'm not finished there. I found a dog. A nice little puppy. He'd follow me the moment he grew a full set of teeth. He bit me and...
Right. Now this...
As he scampered off, the dog scat as I helped him to round them up. So I had one leg bit by a mongrel, and the other by a wolf. Only that wolf bite gets some dirt in it. And my whole leg, I couldn't walk for a month.
All right. I see now.
My wife took care of me all that month. And just as I was getting better, she cooked some food and she never came back.
What happened to her?
I have no idea. The thing is, she took all her stuff and all my money with her. And since then, it's all been... As soon as I went out for the first time, he said 3 sheep from that flock had never been found. But what with my darling wife pocketing all my...
Well, your life hasn't been all that easy.
I'm all in.
If you were, you'd have fallen down and nobody would have found you. Today was your lucky day.
You have a point there. Thanks, friend.
Ktoś zobaczył błyszczącego, tak? Kurde. O.
God grant you health. Good day to you.
I found the place where we can harvest saltpeter. You just head out of Troskovitz towards Apollonia, only it's not a pit. The gravedigger Ignatius drove me there himself.
And is it the real stuff?
Yeah. And I hope... Ugh. I think the experience...
Oh, come on. You whine more than Zinnik. It's just commonplace salt. I was hoping it'd be... If I sent 2 wagons, it'll...
What should I do?
That means I could...
Crazel, focus.
Oh, sorry. It's right here.
Thanks. How's it going with the golem?
Well, the whole thing is really a... Certain circumstances have emerged with...
Wait, what do you mean? So there won't be a...
Not for now.
What about all the niter?
I admitted to myself it's maybe too much.
So the search for saltpeter...
Not at all. The saltpeter will help the origin. Chaos.
God. Here we go.
As alchemical scholars, we actually have only to penetrate the diaphanum and find out where it gets its disposition and...
Hey?
I'll explain it to you.
What's the next task then, Crazel?
From behind the closed gates of Trotsky come quiet. Do you hear it too?
No.
Scribe Erezim received a trunk.
The document of...
No, a book. It's thin, with a sand-colored cover. You might say it's kind of an alchemical cookbook.
So I'm gonna have to pick some locks again, eh? I'd like to know how I'm supposed to get in there.
For some. The gates of Trotsky may appear to be closed, but why try to force you?
What person?
Hold on. We've got the Samine.
O właśnie.
I can't wait to try out my... What about you?
Things are taking so long with you, I'd half given up hope. Besides, after the taste of...
Well, you better get it back again. Start getting ready. But it still could be a lot. Say a prayer to St. Paul.
So you'll really get me into that wedding?
No, you're not. But before you start celebrating, we won't be going by our... Or, to be more exact, the two... Me, as a friend and host...
Pójdę z kowalem, nie chcę z nim iść.
It'll be some...
Correct. But a true lady will come to the wedding with us. All will be stunned by her beauty. And she'll be... All it'll take is a little push. And...
What weak spot?
The castle's weak spot is Chamberlain Ulrich. Because he... Of all the single damsels at the wedding, ours will be the most... Noble or not, he's a mortal man. And he'll start to think with his male member. Soon, he'll be begging to take our companion to Trotsky. He'll pretend as... And when the Chamberlain becomes insistent, you, as her personal body, naturally, you'll say you won't leave her side, so you can... Once in Trotsky, Ulrich will do everything to get you...
I can hardly believe that you, of all people, would...
I admit there's a certain element here that makes everything... First, we have to find our gracious...
What?
Look, it doesn't have to be a lady, per se. We'll get her a nice dress, some perfume. She doesn't even...
Could Bonnie do it?
She could. The only... Nobody with any sense would let her into the...
So some bath.
Aye. You can find lots of capable girls at the jelly-off baths. It's true, Dorothy can be...
Dorothy owns...
Aye. Next to the... You'll tell her, I'm offering enough groschen to buy 2 cows.
Can't Zinnik?
Zenek's even worse with women than he is. You're a talented, likable youngster. And don't forget, we're going to need to dress the girl up. So, stop off at Troskowitz. Mintha would be...
Where can I find...
Where do you think? The butcher's? Bartoszek has just the thing in his shop.
Why that dress exactly?
Because red is the color of love and passion. Ulrich won't know where to look. The dress is likely to be pretty expensive.
Where can I find the...
Emmerich the apothecary might have something. They say... Or ask Betty the innkeeper. Or get hold of the recipe and make your own Mintha.
I'll be going...
Once you've got everything ready for the wedding, there, I'll let... Anyway...
Greetings, my friend.
Would you know of any other...
The only thing you can do in this but go and ask those woodcutters on the opposite hill.
Why the woodcutters?
Just think about it. They work all day long, and
I think I know what...
all their earnings must be hidden somewhere in their camp.
I like the...
But if you're stupid enough to get caught, don't say... First, I'd lose my job, and then they...
Don't you worry.
Co to za quest niby u niego? Tak.
Well,
Of course.
O, jest.
what about one more?
I don't have anything but... Not so fast.
I do.
Say your... Do you want me to do the same to you? How about this, you horse?
Useless.
Co on robi? Co się dzieje? Ej!
I'll rip your ass!
Wszyscy się na mnie rzucili. Kurwa. Co tu się stało właściwie teraz?
Praise God.
Well, what about...
I don't... Not so...
I do.
Say your...
A już, koniec. Jeden cios i padł.
God bless you. All right.
Thanks for the...
I'm gonna shove you... Here. Thought it was old Bart, but then I heard... Careful.
Aha, czyli to o to chodzi, tak?
Greetings.
Jednym ciosem go pobiłem.
Anything new?
Not really.
Are you still all...
Aye. Do you want to join?
Come on.
All right.
Here's the money.
Good. Oh, farewell.
Useless. Jesus! I'm hit! You'll be shitting out your own teeth when I'm done with you.
Pieniądz.
Oh, say. Here's your...
Jeszcze jeden chyba chce się bić, chciał się bić tutaj, no?
Some noble was resting under it, not for shade, but because it was pissing down.
All the more reason to leave it be, no?
Aye, but the weather had been stormy for a few days, so one of the branches snapped and fell off. Nothing happened.
Are you still Sure. What about Damn. But don't forget the... Here's the money.
That's more like...
I'm wounded! Just you wait.
Może ja zrobię to opus magnum. Tak, jakieś... A pójdę z kowalem później.
You alright? It's here. You're...
Tyle jeżeli chodzi o questy tutaj, tak? A tu mamy znowu polowanie na łobuzów. Dobra, zajmę się tym, jak będę wracać do... No, ty masz szybko podróżować.
We've survived drought. We've survived floods. Plague.
A co nie tutaj jest kowal? Gdzie jest kowal? Był kowal.
What? I'd like... There's no...
What'll it be?
I'll have a look at you.
Może ja mam przepis na tą mintchę.
Maybe next time.
Chyba nie mam.
What brings you here?
Crazel had...
What does that old goat want this time?
He's looking for a girl for the son...
What, for himself?
No. He needs her to pose...
A lady?
Something like that.
Well, I don't know if any of my girls could pull it off.
That won't be a problem.
That sounds a bit... But all right.
He says he can offer enough groschen for you to buy 2 cows.
It's quite a lot for...
And that's not all. The girl will get some perfume called Minter.
That sounds nice and all, but some things... Out with it, lad! Who...
For the Chamberlain.
For Ulrich? You know what? I'm tired of this. They'll tell you about what they've been through with the Master Chain. Girls, Right, girls. We have a messenger here from Goodman Crazel. Tell us what you wanted to ask.
Well, I was...
Cut the horse shit. He was asking about the Chamberlain.
God, anything but that.
Dorothy, I actually have a lot of work to do, and...
Well...
To wymiotować zaczęło.
First. Anna.
What should I say?
What should she say? Hmm?
Tell me, why don't you want...
Well, the Lord Chamberlain invited me to Trotsky, and the girls warned me that it would be different, so I asked him if I should take a different soap or something. Or does the Master Chamberlain not like silk?
Ojej.
Or if his bed is hard and my back will hurt.
If only.
But they said I'd have to do things that... How'd you put it?
Things they haven't even thought of in hell.
I thought the Master Chamberlain might be of a different religion, and that fucking a Christian girl would be a sin. But he believes in the same God as the rest of us.
Which makes it all the worse.
Then I thought maybe he was cruel to the girls, but I hear that's not the case either. It's not what he wants to do to us that's against God.
But what he wants us to do to him.
I thought he had leprosy.
Tell the girls how much Crazel is offering.
Enough that you'll be able to buy a small cottage.
Or 2 cows. Not bad, eh? Well?
Not even for a golden goose.
I'd rather be celibate.
I thought he had leprosy.
Aye, but it's a tidy sum. I reckon I'll have to choose...
Dorothy, I swear that
I'm not going anywhere. You can't make me.
Dorothy, I'll scrub all the tubs here for the rest of my life. I swear. All of them. Every day.
I'll do that too. And I'll even take care of the outhouses.
Girls, come now.
I'll go then. If I can handle it a second time, it'll be a miracle. And maybe...
To jest piękne. Te dialogi są piękne.
You can't.
Nie możesz.
Please, don't make...
Dorothy, for the love of God.
Calm down, girls. Don't worry. I'll never send... I just wanted to show Crazel's lackey here what you've been keeping from me for so long.
Christ almighty. I was starting to...
God in heaven.
Oh, I feel filthy just thinking about it.
So, in case you didn't get the message, lad, no girl from Zhelioff is...
I still don't get it. What's so terrible about him?
Weren't you listening?
What he demands is just... heathen it is.
It's worse than if he had leprosy.
He's not a sodomite, is he?
If only.
That would be a doddle.
I'd go with him twice if that's all it was.
You don't want to know.
All right.
Do what you like. A harlot like that came here recently, asking for work.
Aye, I remember her. Nose in the air, talking...
She introduced herself as Emmeline of Winterthur, like she was...
I didn't trust her for a moment. She was pretty, though. I wanted to give her a chance, but she asked for so much coin. I thought I must be hearing things. Try asking after her in the camp. Maybe she...
Poor thing.
Well...
Praise be Jesus Christ.
Good day.
To nie będzie takie proste, jak się wydawało. Oczywiście, że nie. To jezioro musi obejść. Kurde, co jest nie tak z tym łukiem? Kurwa. Może tutaj tą mintchę kupię całą. O, jest. Ja tutaj mogę spać gdzieś, to ja poczekam do rana po prostu i tyle. Która godzina? Może książkę trzeba przeczytać. Dobra.
Careful. Jesus Christ, we pray.
Ta Anna cała była gdzieś tutaj spała.
It happens. Just watch where you're going.
Aniela?
God be with you.
Nie ona.
Are you Mistress Eneline of Winterthur?
Winterthur, Lyon, Vienna. It doesn't matter. What do you...
I'm Henry. I was sent by Miller Crazel. We have a job offer for you.
Huh. How did you find out about me?
At the Jellyov Baths. They said you asked about a job there.
I realized straight away it was a bad idea. What a pit. That cow who runs the place almost fainted when I talked about if she had any idea my real... But be that as it may...
To go to the Semine wedding with us.
A wedding, you say? The last time I was at... I had to sing there. I'd like to avoid that.
You don't have to sing. Or even say much. All you have...
Behave like a lady.
Sorry. I didn't mean it like... Crazel's offering enough to buy a little...
I was offered an estate for my services in Antwerp, although this is only Trotsky after all. All right then, I'll do it. But first...
Instead of singing...
Love...
Now that Trotsky is closed, there's no more promise. Someone will surely give you a tour and show you...
Tempting.
I even hear Lord Otto von Berghoff will be there. Well, and wherever von Berghoff goes, he's the Chamberlain of Trotsky.
The Chamberlain.
You should be. He's the one crazy.
Pay attention.
So you two can, you know, get friends in a romantic way.
I beg your... Do you take me for some cheap whore? A bathhouse...
That's the plan.
Silence! A companion, a courtesan. I am courted by gentlemen. I have been a concubine in Krakow, a mistress in... My name is known in Brandenburg. I have fulfilled the wildest wishes of... Until he stopped paying, I'll do my work the way I...
All right.
I should hope so. So, to the point. What do you...
It's mainly about a book we need to borrow, and the way to get it leads right through the Chamberlain, and maybe through his bed.
So, common theft. I've played a part in assassinations and rebellion, but why not? I expect it won't be anything...
Not so fast.
Why do you think that?
Nie powinien tego mówić.
Just so you know, Crazel originally wanted to take him, but the girls said they didn't want anything to do with him because I asked them what's behind. Well, some wanted to vomit after meeting him.
Poor girl. Here in the arse end of the world, girls are no doubt...
Well, it seems it's not about what Chamberlain Schaumburg did to them, but what he...
I knew a Schaumburg from Nuremberg, and he was a hermaphrodite, a respected person. It can catch you off guard, because you don't know what you're getting into. But I don't want to make fun of the girls. Not everyone wants to try. I must say, I'm quite...
We're agreed then?
Certainly. And just in case, there's this potion I carry around. Except I've run out of wine.
I can find some wine.
I'd manage somehow, but I won't complain. There's one more thing, though. I don't think anyone will believe I'm a lady.
Don't worry about that.
What dress?
A red one.
Brocade. I like. Are you going to the...
As your bodyguard.
You should get some nice clothes for yourself. You don't look too terrible, but there's always... And as for that perfume, it ought to be one that lasts...
Crazel suggested...
I'll take his word for it.
I've already got it for you.
Come on, then.
Czyli wino, sukienka. No tutaj nawet kupię.
I apologize.
Jest balia, żeby mógł się umyć. Była tutaj. O, jest. Cały zakrwawiony jestem ciągle, masakra.
The Lord be with you.
So what?
All's... I'll be with you.
W troskach będę musiał kupić te wino. A to on, ten Żydek. O, nie chcę gadać, dobra. Muszę się wybrać do trosk. Do Troskowic. I będziemy na tym kończyć. Dzięki, że oglądaliście. Jutro będziemy kupować kolejne rzeczy. Cześć!